Bettina Ortiz Guimena, a former Miss Venezuela and Miss Universe runner-up, also a wife of Miami auto parts tycoon Herman Ortiz Guimena, is not accustomed to waiting. Every restaurant she chose to grace with her presence, she was always greeted with reverence and whisked to the exact table she desired. Today she wanted the corner table on the terrace at Sip Sip, her favorite lunch spot on Harbor Island, and wanted to sit on the comfy director's chair so she could stare out at the gently lapping turquoise waters while eating her kale Caesar salad. But there was a large noisy group taking up entire terrace, and they didn't seem in much hurry to leave. Bettina fumed as she glared at the tourists happily savoring their lunch.
Look how tacky they were. The women overly tanned, wrinkled, and saggy. None of them properly lifted or buttocks. And the men were even worse, all dressed in all rumpled shirts and shorts, wearing window-shaped straw hats sold at the trinket shops on Donmer Street. Tourists should have to take a style exam before being allowed to set foot on this island.
Feeling that she had been patient long enough, Bettina stormed into the kitchen, shaking furiously as she made a beeline for the woman with a shock pixie-cut blonde hair manning the main stove.
Julie, honey, what's the dealio? I've waited more than 15 minutes for my table.
Sorry, Bettina, it's been one of those days. The party of 12 on the terrace showed up first just before you did.
But the terrace is your prime spot. Why on earth did you let the tourists take up all the space?
Well, the tourist in the red fishing cap is the Duke of Glencora. His party just booted over from Windermere. That's his royal huisman you see moored off the coast. Isn't it the most handsome sailboat you've ever seen?
I'm not impressed by big boats.
Although secretly she was rather impressed by people with big title. From the kitchen window she surveyed the party assembled on the terrace with new eyes.
These artiso-British types were such a strange breed. Sure, they had their Savile Row suits and their helium tiaras, but when they traveled, they looked so painfully frumpy.
It was only then that Bettina noticed 3 tan, well-built men.
I assume that's the Duke's security detail. They couldn't be more obvious. Don't they know that we're all billionaires here on Brilliant? And this isn't how we roll.
Actually, those bodyguards belong to the Duke's special guest. They did a whole sweep of the restaurant before the party arrived. They even searched my walk-in freezer. See that Chinese fellow seated at the end of the table?
Oh, I didn't even notice him. Am I supposed to know who he is?
That's Alfred Young.
He looks like a chauffeur. Doesn't he look like that guy that used to drive Jane Wayne around in Falcon Crest?
From what I hear, that chauffeur is the most powerful man in Asia.
Who was his name again?